Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, and I hope you guys are ready for some action, because this is where we return to the prologue of the game with the whole countdown before the attack on Crossbell. So first things first, we have to leave the one area and go to the next. And if you're wondering, yes, I am going to do the entire Gellia Fort segment in this one video, so you guys don't have to worry about this getting spread out over two videos. I'm just doing it all in one go. So I'll leave it quiet while things are being explained, and I'll jump back in once we get into the actual combat segments. There are quite a few trap chests and other fights ahead of us, so I'm going to be talking a lot this part. Stay tuned.
My turn.
Go!
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Captain Claire!
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been what, 2 months since I last saw you?
I see you've arrived.
Oh, Instructor Neidhart!
Good morning, Major Neidhart. Instructor Vallenstein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7. Reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Gellia Fortress. In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the Fortress. Now, if you'll follow me.
Right back at you. All right. Let's get this party started then. We're headed straight for the left railway gun. If anyone gets in our way, fill them full of holes.
Well, that is the main attraction. They Our mission is to support Comrade G over in Crossbell. Our target is the right railway gun. Let's show him some beautiful fireworks, shall we?
No use! You can't even scratch them! What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division! We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig!
This is awful. What happened here?
Oh, terrible.
I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along, which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't! How low can they possibly sink?
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
Oh, this does look kind of bad.
Understatement of the year.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Green's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
Right. We're not about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right, Green, You and the rest of Group A with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test.
Good!
Here they come.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study. Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it!
So here we go. Now, unlike the prologue, my guys are actually weaker, I believe.
We have nothing to
They're
fear.
weaker in some ways, stronger in others.
Here we go.
To explain, in terms of raw level, my guys are lower. They're not even level 50 yet. When the prologue, they're like low 50s, I think, like 52, 53. Now, the thing that I do have going in my favor is that I have my own customized orbments. I could use all the quartz that I want, and my master quartz has some orbs.
My turn.
You'll see what I mean once this fight ends, because I told you guys in the previous video, I think Force was one fight away from being maxed. Well, here's our fight.
No, you don't.
Now you can see the AoE is still a little dangerous, but it's
Here we go.
like you have the tools at your disposal to clear a good portion of these fights with just a minimum of damage. And then once the fight itself has been resolved, you're free to heal and then be on your way.
All complete.
So if you look at this thing's HP, it's only 5,000. The archaism that we had to exterminate had 18,000, I believe. So you can see that this one takes a quarter of the effort that Tower does to take down. It's really nothing special. Sadly, no overkill bonus, but this one's pretty much a sitting duck.
Lights out for them.
Good work.
And in case you're wondering, I'll be using Sarah for the near future because we won't have her the entire game. So on this topic, I have Force Max. I can now switch over to a new Master Quartz. I got the achievement that comes with maxing one of them.
Just getting
Now,
started.
unfortunately for Reen, like, I consider Force to actually be his best one. It's pulled one of the ones I skipped over could have been better, such as Cats.
No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram.
It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw, too.
Seems so.
They definitely look more like orbally powered archaisms than monsters.
So these are archaisms.
Are you certain, Instructor?
Yeah, They're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group, and a real pain to deal with, too. We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood.
So this may be a clue that the Liberation Front may not be Ouroboros, but they have ties to them if they get the archaisms from there. But I went ahead and put Tauros on him for the near future, but unfortunately this only applies to regular attacks, so I'm going to switch him over to Wing to give him a speed bonus. That way I can... Well, you'll see me abuse Wing extremely heavily for the final battle of the chapter. But going back to what I was saying about the Master Quartz that I skipped over, it's not possible to get all of the Master Quartz in one game. You have to do New Game Plus. And if you're wondering why, when you get the medal from the principal,
Is that a treasure
he
chest?
gives you a Master Quartz as a reward. Your choice is the Thor's Quartz that Sarah is using, or you can go ahead and get the one that Nightheart uses. Now, I don't know the specifics on Nightheart's, but Sarah's is kind of decent. It gives you HP and EP regen for attacking and using crafts. I don't know if it applies to spells as well. But certain characters, such as Rain, that can be very, very valuable for. But unfortunately, you only get the choice of one. In order to get the whole Master Quartz completion achievement, you have to actually play the game twice. Now, I think there is also something like... The trophy is for only one ultimate weapon, but if you want to get the rest of them, you either have to get a ton of U materials, or just replay the game, get all the books, get all the sets, trade to collect.
What the?
Looks like they were packing explosive charges. We'll need to find another route.
There also are some exclusive scenes to be found. All these things are supposed to encourage you to play again, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to go through the hassle. Like, the only thing I believe that carries over into Cold Steel 2 is your AP, or student rank, and as such I'm giving that priority. Everything else does take a back seat. But if you want to complete the character book, you have to do a New Game Plus, because there are certain scenes you have to miss in favor of others. Some of them are coming up, some we've passed already. And I don't know if you can get the monster book all in one go. You probably can, because this isn't like Trails in the Sky First Chapter, where you had to choose between getting either a perfect score in terms of BP, AP, whatever you want to call it, or think of it as, versus the whole monster book.
It seems this is a storage area.
Anyway, I've rambled on way too long for here, so I'm going to go quiet until we get to the next fight, which is where we concluded the prologue. So I'll see you there in a couple minutes.
My turn.
There seems to be a treasure chest here. seems to be a treasure chest here. We finally got around to the other side.
The path to the right leads deeper into the fort. Let's keep moving.
There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Oh, Norman charging station!
That door near it looks like it leads outside. Probably an external corridor. Everyone, follow me.
Where are we?
This must be the Gellia Canyon. You can see Crossbell State on the other side.
Here!
Those are...
The railway guns.
They're enormous.
They sure are.
Damn! How'd they manage to get them prepped so fast? Don't tell me they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
Instructor!
Are these control unit archaisms?
Well, they're certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Damn it! We don't have time for this! We need to take these things out fast!
Right there with you.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
And here we are back with these guys. I didn't go back to the first video to see if they actually have the same amount of HP and various stats. The important thing is Emma can kind of tear these things limb from limb with her various spells. They are weakest to Earth, and I do have Grand Press equipped on her, so...
Another chance! Let's go, everyone!
Okay, first the all-out attack.
Leave it to me!
There is a trophy for doing this 50 times. I think I do it twice in this entire set of videos. It's...
Analyzing
You don't have anything else to
use.
use your bravery points for, so you may as well if you have a group of enemies.
All
If
complete.
you don't have group, then just use the weaker one, which you have to use 100 times for a trophy.
Right.
But anyway, going back to what I was saying about Grand Press, Emma can hit them for about 7,000, I think, with that spell. And then if it falls on a crit turn, that's an extra 50%. You can easily hit them for 10,000.
My turn!
So hopefully you guys can see why Emma is easily a top-tier character. She has the highest art attack out of anyone on your team. I think she does edge out Elliot ever so slightly, but Elliot does have a couple of things of his own. One of the things that makes or breaks the characters beyond just their stats is what all they can equip inside of their ornaments. Like Elliot is restricted to water element, which is not entirely bad, but some of them are less than optimal. For Emma, I believe she has Mirage, which is actually kind of decent this game. You'll see me abuse Silverthorn time and time again. Like right here, I was trying to use it to inflict impede, or just confusion to impede. dice, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have just used the stone press and collected the 7,000 damage. One benefit, I guess, is you get to see the animation for that movie. It's not really anything impressive, but I'm not going to give them the opportunity to use that again. So right there, the one was frozen. He's a sitting duck while I just pummel him.
Go!
And I don't know if you can thaw the enemy by inflicting burn, which is why I did want to use Arc Slash with Rain. But if you don't have burn equipped to him, you can definitely use that to inflict tons of turn delay. Drawback, of course, is that you won't be able to get the frost damage, but they'll stay frozen and just not attack. It's up to you on what you feel is worthwhile and not.
My turn!
So here comes the first Grand Press. And hopefully you guys see how dangerous Emma is. I hit them for 1/6 of their HP.
Off guard.
If I didn't even bother trying to impede, I could have cast it the second time and we'd be that much closer to finishing. Anyway, you'll notice there are not a lot of turn bonuses popping up, so I don't have much incentive to line up certain attacks in certain places. I don't get any free casts, I don't get any regen, no crit turns. They pretty much do leave me high and dry.
Of course.
Now right there I wanted to make sure that he was low enough for Emma to execute. Right here I'm using Leaf Cutter to impede and cancel the spell, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I am using the attack to generate the 5th Brave point, so I can use that on whoever fight happens to be in the future. It was, unfortunately, the damn thing lived just barely. But luckily our teacher will fix that for us. So Reen is in a bit of a bad spot, and as a result I need to kind of prioritize healing him. I'm using Flash here in the hopes of actually sealing the thing so that I can cast. The unbalanced force is just a bonus.
Right. Shatter.
I won't give up.
That was a bit of a gamble because if he missed, he'd die. I got lucky. I was kind of anticipating him to hit because he has pretty decent accuracy anyway.
Thanks. Here we go.
My turn.
So inflicting speed down was pretty much the end for this thing. It can get one more turn, but never a second. You'll notice even then that one is still a bit of a stretch since I'm getting link attacks and I'm just dissecting it piece by piece. So in the event it lived,
My turn.
I can execute it and you'll notice the spell's going to fall on a crit turn, so you know what that means. Not enough for an overkill, but still, this hits him for about 1/4 of his health.
The battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
Emma is so broken.
Great!
Not bad.
A self-destruct mechanism. Does their cowardice know no bounds?
We're running out of time. I'm gonna go on ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to...
Railway guns.
No, no, no!
Don't!
What? They didn't launch anything.
Oh, maybe the first bullet in each of the railway guns is a blank to prevent firing accidents.
What?
They do that?
Sure seems that way. And now that they fired once, it's gonna take some time before they're ready to fire again.
Then if we can reach them before that...
Yeah. There's no way we're going to let them get off a second shot.
Oh, a treasure chest.
So, off-color chest means trap. We're prepared, we can handle this, right?
I welcome all challengers.
So the first thing I did here was count the number of enemies,
Here we go.
6. The reason for the number being significant you'll find out in the next trap chest, but right here I'm just going to go ahead and pop Gale. I'm trying to make sure I hit all the big ones to inflict as much damage as possible. And since I perceive these things as being weak, they're not worth the rush.
Leave it to me!
Right here I'm trying to find out the best number of enemies to hit, and the answer is still 4. This seems to be pretty much the same in terms of radius as Gale. But the important thing is 3 of them drop. That allows me to use Earth Cleaver on the remaining 2. One of which gets unbalanced and executed by Emma. And the other one has a movement penalty, so it can't even get within firing range. Now I'm using Emma here to lower it enough for Reen to execute before the crit turn comes up, because it could put me in for some hurt, but I believe it was sealed. I couldn't quite make out what the stats effect on it was, but even in the event it wasn't sealed, you still want to do that to get the crit turn yourself.
I feel like I'm going strong.
So, tons of levels because I'm that under-leveled apparently. I'll point out something in the next trap chest fight, but we got the Deep Ochre. I think this is I don't remember what it was. Speed item? Okay, speed and defense, so it could come in handy, it's just I don't really have anyone it could work for, so I'm just gonna send my inventory. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next fight.
Oh, a treasure chest. Another storage area.
Looks like we hang a left if we want to go through.
a treasure chest.
So another trap chest. If you count the enemies this time, there are 8. This is what I was looking for, because there's a trophy you can get for exterminating 8 enemies all at the same time. And in case you're wondering how to do that, odds are you're going to need a trap chest, but then just use an S-Craft. It's really that simple. I chose to use Sarah's because you haven't seen hers up until this point. After the fight, you'll see the trophy pop. But the thing that I wanted to point out to you guys is look at the EXP returns for each character. Feel free to pause that segment if you want. You'll see that the amount of EXP you get diminishes as your characters get higher and higher up. So 1.7 mod, you'll notice Sarah only got 200 while my other guys got around 2,000 to 3,000 depending on what their level is. So hopefully that puts into context how far behind in terms of level I am, but level doesn't mean too much here. Anyway, the 8-fold obliteration achievement pop, we get Hellfire, which is something I've been waiting for a long time. You'll see that it gives 10 art, 100 EP, and then a slew of fire spells, because up until now we never had one that gave a quartz that gave us a lot of fire spells. So Ingenuity just isn't doing it for me. I take that off in favor of Hellfire, and now Emma has some fire spells in her arsenal. So there's one more trap chest, and then we can move on to the end of chapter fight. Here's the last one.
Oh, a treasure chest.
And if you notice, this is also an 8
We have
enemy
nothing to
mod.
fear.
So in the event you don't want to waste all of your CP for an S-Craft, I'll show you how to beat them down the old-fashioned way. Arc Slash is golden here because you can hit up to about 5 guys, depending on how you aim it precisely. Gives them various penalties and just makes everything a lot better for me. I can follow it up with Thundering Roar. It will seal some of them, so even if they do get a turn, they can't do much. Using Earth Cleaver for the exact same purpose as Arc Slash, except hers doesn't have delay, it just has a lot of power behind it.
Here we go!
So now I'm using Autumn Leaf Cutter here to try to delay their attacks. This buys me a little bit of time.
Okay.
I go ahead and use Aster Flare here so you guys can see what it looks like, because we're not going to have Emma in the next chapter.
Dance, flames! Aster flare!
It's really lackluster in my opinion. It doesn't hit that hard. I don't know. Like, I didn't really notice what the rate of confusion is. It's just not doing anything for me. I'd much rather stick to Silver Thorn.
Of course.
But in the event you can't really afford to wait for the thing to channel and everything, then you may want to just use the craft. It's situational. It will have its uses, I admit.
Yeah.
So the thing was sealed, that's why I couldn't do anything.
The battle's over.
We get
But stay alert,
1.4, and if you
everyone.
notice, my guys are still getting a lot more than Sarah.
I feel like I'm going strong.
I've only
Our reward is domination. So I go ahead and use this but I'm not entirely sure if it's really that worthwhile. The nice thing is it does give you 15 strength, but its effect only lasts for one hit. I'm probably going to switch back to Nightmare. I much prefer to status bomb the enemy to incapacitate them while I wail on them. But this will help you in some boss fights, I'll admit, because most bosses are status immune. You'll see me take a nice chunk out of Scarlet and some of her thugs with this. So, just like Emma's move, it's situational and does have its uses.
This is the freight platform. We finally made it to the other side.
We've got to be close. Just need to head up that staircase over there.
There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Sarah here. Yeah, we're almost to the railway gun. Yeah, may Adios be with us both.
Is Group B almost there?
This is it, so get ready!
Understood.
There's one of them.
So these are the railway guns.
It's gigantic.
And they intend to turn this on a city full of hundreds of thousands of innocent people.
Enough from you.
We need to take them down as quickly as possible.
And here's the first of the two fights to conclude the chapter.
I welcome all challenges.
So we have 4 ordinary thugs, 2 bots. We started off with a 0-art turn. I was hoping to be able to hit 3 guys with one of Sarah's spells, but she doesn't have a lot of magic. And I didn't really care to customize her because she's only in the party for this chapter, I think. So I was just fine letting her take whatever she came in with. The evergreen might have been handy to keep, but not a big deal.
Arcus, activate.
So we're going to do a Silver Thorn over there. Over here I am going to... Or wait, I aim for this guy. You'll notice 2 of the thugs are sealed, so I don't have to worry about them. It's just that little drone over there that can be a little dangerous. Now remember, this is double damage due to the domination orbit, domination cores that I have on range. That's why that hit for almost as much as Emma's spells did, but it's a one-time deal. You can see the guys don't really hit that hard. I think the ordinary enemies leading up to this point actually pack more of a punch.
It's my turn.
The thing that these guys do have going for them, though, is that they have a lot more HP. If you remember, the bots had on average something like 5,000. These guys are sitting at 16. They don't have any elemental weaknesses to exploit either, but they're nothing special. Just beat them down.
No escape!
See? That easy.
Go!
So I can hit 3 of them with the bottom leaf cutter. I'll take crits for some of them. Delayed turns for the survivor.
Damn!
And of course it'd be the frozen one that got the 10% heal.
Go! My turn! Go!
And one for me!
No.
So I'll admit, if you can start this off with a burst, it'd probably be worthwhile. At this point, the fight's winding down. You may as well save the bravery for the next fight.
My turn.
And I'm aiming for this guy because the other one is sealed. He can't do anything.
Here we go!
And I'm using Grim Butterfly. I'm going to skip the animation for you guys just to speed up the whole process.
Okay.
And I was hoping to get an overkill bonus.
Shatter!
You can see I hit it from 10 times its HP to get that.
Evil will fall before my blade.
1.4 mod, but the EXP at this point is already pretty much diminished. Like Green only got 1,000 from that. Like, don't stress yourself if you can't get it. It's fallen off. Now, normally I don't like to talk during these segments, but right here is one of the segments that throws the whole timeline into flux.
This is the first time I've crossed swords with the Imperial Liberation Front.
I was talking with someone about this on whether or not Gideon died at this point.
Push them to go this far.
We can discuss that later.
Tie into
We need to stop the railway gun first.
the Zero Blue games. And like this game was supposed to be taking place like something like 6 to 12 months after those two Crossbell games.
It would have been smarter to stay away, yes.
Right here, it's making it look like it happens
I'm impressed
concurrently.
You saw me coming, Purple Lightning.
And I'll be going quiet.
I see the rumors about you weren't just trumped-up stories.
I love a good compliment, but getting one from a terrorist just doesn't put a spring in my step. Still, I suppose the fact you're here means the other ringleaders must be over at the other gun.
V certainly is. As for Gideon, I'm sorry to say he lost his life in Crossbell a short while ago.
What?
He did?
I just received a call about it a few minutes ago. Apparently, he was killed by a real top-rate Jaeger Corps hired by your friend, the Blood and Iron Chancellor. Poor guy. I heard it was practically a massacre.
What a terrible way to go.
Well, Gramps isn't exactly known for his bountiful sense of mercy.
If you don't want to die like a dog, don't run around snapping your fangs at everyone.
You keep talking like this has nothing to do with you, but I take it you've got no intention of beating a retreat. It sounds like you've got the railway gun set to automatic firing mode, too.
I was wondering what that sound was.
It was loading another round!
Oh, I was hoping you'd miss it in all your battling. It's got, 10 minutes or so to go.
Conniving witch. You can let us past, or we're going to force our way through. Your choice.
Careful. She's a dangerous one to tangle with. And she's hiding something.
Right again.
Damn! Giant archaisms!
Ooh, just my color, too. For borrowed muscle, I've really taken a liking to them. Gideon might have fallen, but it's not too late. To send the Chancellor to join him on his way to Gehenna!
How about you go instead?
Crossbell's counting on us. Strike with everything you've got!
Let's rock!
Okay, time for us versus Scarlet. You'll know she has 2 more of those drone things with her.
Think you can satisfy me, little kittens?
but these are not the exact same as the ones you fought before. You do have to scan them for your monster book. I do that anyway, just to try to get some unbalances off.
Right, leave it to me!
So we'll start things off with the burst, or all-out attack. You want to keep the Persona references going.
It's my
And
turn.
I'm starting to become convinced that really is the best way to start a fight.
Dance, please.
So we have a crit Aster Flare coming here.
Aster flare.
Nothing to follow up on, sadly, but these guys are starting to get chunked ever so slightly.
Right.
So if you notice, Scarlet is not immune to Seal. She is a balanced enemy in that she will both use physical attacks and spells. So depending on what her AI plans on doing, the Seal will sometimes be effective, sometimes it won't. Cyclonic Laser is a bit annoying because it inflicts a status effect on your team. Reen is using Wing right now, so there's a 75% chance that would not work. You can see. Kinda sucked, I know. And right here I wanted to steal the crit turn. I couldn't tell if the enemy was delayed or not, so I just played it safe and stole it. You can see that it kind of paid off. Scarlet's in a bit of a world of hurt, and even more chunks were ripped away from these robots.
Leave it to me.
Sadly, one of them was knocked far enough back to where I can't hit it with lightning claw anymore, but it really doesn't matter. At this point, it's dead to rights, and I just need to whittle away. Now, right here is the annoying one. You'll notice that inflicted strength down. As a result, Sarah can't actually hurt them anymore. So, until that times out, she's just here for status effect. Right here, you'll see me using Arc Slash to delay their turns as much as possible. Keeps the one frozen. It also delays Scarlet's turn ever so slightly.
Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
I don't remember the HP on Laura's dad and a few others, but I think Scarlet has the most HP out of any enemy up to this point. But the good thing is, she doesn't actually have any sort of ridiculous amount of defense or any other BS factor in play to draw this out any longer than necessary. As a result, I'd say this is actually a pretty decent fight.
We'll see how long that lasts.
My turn.
It's just there could be a couple more enemies here to make it a little more difficult, because she's just getting raffle stomped. All things considered, I think the reason why this is so easy is because it's setting up a bigger fight where you have to fight her, Vulcan, and maybe even C. Almost said his name there.
My turn.
So as a result, she's probably more balanced for that fight rather than this one. This is just giving you a taste of what she can do, so you'll know what to expect when the time comes to fight her. So you'll notice these robots don't have the Earth weakness. As a result, I'm going to stick to Hydro Cannon. There's no real particular reason for that other than I think Hydro Cannon has a little bit better base damage. You can see it still hits like a truck. 4,500 HP to both targets. Anyway, Autumn Leaf Cutter will impede Scarlet. Can also inflict a status effect.
Leave it to me.
I was kind of concerned that it may thaw the one robot, but not the case. And I moved Sarah over to the other one, so I didn't have to worry about this laser. And even though she can't deal any damage, if she can get a link attack like that going, she can still do something.
It's my turn.
And I have to admit, Sarah, if you can't tell from the icons, she inflicts 3 different types of damage. So getting the link attacks for her is sometimes tricky. Basically, I would not bet your life on trying to get those. So Scarlet has been ignited.
How about this?
She's channeling.
Leave it to me.
And with the strength down gone, Sarah can now actually deal some better damage to this thing.
No.
The defensive down buff that Laura inflicts will speed up the whole process of killing that thing. And right here I'm going to drop a flare bomb just so you can see what it looks like and the massive amounts of damage it does. Sadly, Scarlet has already been set on fire, so I don't think you can stack it any higher. It's just going to last one turn because that's how it works for all the bosses pretty much. So I don't want to hit anything because it could knock someone out of the radius. As a result, I just decided to use the bolt on Scarlet. If you're wondering why, this has a chance to seal her so she can't use any spells. Doesn't happen, but I had my fingers crossed. So 5,000 to both of them.
My turn.
And Scarlet is in the process of getting eliminated. And you may have guessed, yes, I do want to try to get the overkill bonus. On account of her being sealed, I can afford to spare that turn.
My turn.
And with 46 hit points left, the overkill is assured.
How humiliating. Man, the burning daylight.
2.2 mod. Nice chunky EXP, even for Sarah. Brave is now max. I'm going to keep Laura using that one, to be honest, just because it's that good. Tons and tons of strength. But anyway, we'll have our final scenes, and I'll jump back in for the scorecard.
Just getting started.
No!
Systems deactivated. Thank goodness.
Ah, you got me. Shouldn't have expected any less from the ace of the 4th Armored Division. Or from Sylphid. The rest of you weren't half bad either.
I can't believe you could take on this many of us at once.
You were one tough old bear.
Neidhart here. We've regained control of the left railway gun.
We've deactivated the right wing's railway gun over here. Good work.
We did it.
Oh, thank goodness.
My. You can hardly call our crossing paths coincidence at this point. Oh well, no matter. Everything played out just like C said it would, both here and in Crossbell.
What are you talking about?
What? How can they still move?
We'd completely incapacitated them.
That's the plan. Well, I'll catch you all in the great beyond.
What? No!
She wouldn't.
Damn.
My name is C, leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. Allow me to extend my congratulations. Fending off our two-pronged attack here and in Crossbell. But you would be foolish to assume this is the end of it. The hammer of judgment shall fall again. I'm ready.
guess he was here after all.
Who is he anyway? What's he hiding? Even the intelligence division's drawing a blank trying to gather info on him.
At least this time we managed to capture some of them alive. And they will talk.
What the hell? Is this poison?
What?
Damn! Looks like these guys all swallowed neurotoxin capsules. I don't think we're gonna be able to save them. I doubt it'll work, but I'm gonna try to neutralize the poison. Emma, if you got any herbs you think might help, give me a hand here.
Of course!
Do you think they'll pull through?
Not sure. I'd give them 50-50 maybe.
Even if we can keep them alive, there's no guarantee they'll regain consciousness. No!
Why? Why would they go this far? These are the kinds of people we're dealing with.
With some quick thinking, hard fighting, and a little luck, we were able to stop a potentially devastating terrorist attack in its tracks. But with the political climate as it was, this incident, overshadowed by the crisis in Crossbell, was never made public. In the days that followed, we still felt shaken, our eyes newly opened to the dangers facing our homeland, both outside and within.
So, Chapter 5 has concluded. Now, if you're wondering why the game is lagging a bit, first of all, they have to give me my
Drinks on
points.
me someday.
I think this is probably the easiest chapter in the game to get the S rank for because there's so few bonus points and even hidden missions out there. As a result, we got our 70, we got our S, we get the class ranks. Laura is now maxed with Rush 2. Fee is up to level 4, which is going to come in handy since I'll be using her in the next chapter. We now have the Link Master trophy for maxing someone's Link level, and we also get the End of Chapter 5 trophy. So that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.